Hello, welcome to the stream. Today I am playing Higurashi When They Cry. I am very new to visual novels. I've only played about the first two chapters of Ace Attorney, but this one's meant to be very, very good. Highly recommended. I hope everyone's day was good, well, swell. I don't even know, bro. I would just have a drink while going through config, make sure everything's good. Yeah. Without without further ado, I will start. Okay, gotta fix those headphones. Demon the Way chapter. Welcome to the world of Higurashi When They Cry. The Onikushi arc, Jesus Christ, I don't read, arc will be opening, inviting you to this world. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it in Hinamizuwa to the fullest. The difficulty for this chapter is extremely high, but I hope you will enjoy the world. Damn, bro. I think I may be a bit too loud. I think I'm fine. The game might be a bit too quiet. It's fine. Okay. Please do not deplore yourself. Even in the world that does not forgive you, I will forgive you. Please do not deplore yourself. Even if you do not forgive the world, I will forgive you. So please tell me, what will it take for you to forgive me? This is a world... Okay, I don't need to read this. I was like, this is a work of fiction. I don't really need to read that. Blood. Dracula. It was going to be ripped apart anyways. Having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Oh my goodness, my headphones are actually ass. Even in this very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It was as if I was trying to convince myself in such a silly sobbing voice. And those tears making a mess of my face. That mechanical, repetitious sound finally stilled and everything fell silent. Only the cry of the cicadas remained, annoyingly loud. And yet, I felt as if I could hear her voice. But that's not possible. She is no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion, because there were none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. That's why, this pain, my eyes, getting moist, why was this happening? I still wanted to believe I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Inside me, and in a voice whispered, gently. My spirit had suffered enough. And countless times I wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except, I stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand the painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me? I tried more than enough. I acknowledge that much. So, isn't it right to take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind, with her. Like flowers by a grave. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm, just lift it up, and with every swing, forget a little more. Dang. The kindness makes me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I like petting your head. I loved how demure you were. More fucking blood. Because this would be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last banquet for you. Perhaps I really did love you. Claps. I shouldn't clap. That fucking makes everything go red on my OBS. Oh my god! Don't clap. Oh yeah, double music. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the vibe music. This is the '07 model, isn't it? Because I remember that happened the first time I ran it. W. Oh, that's cicada. Cicada? Cicada? Cicada, isn't it? Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It had been a while since I last went to the city. I only returned to I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Even though I lived until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and those multi-lane roads, fuck me, why can't I read? The melodorous cacophony of the crossroads. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I left now isn't nearly as lovely. There's only the chirping of locusts and the bubbling of brooks, and the cry of the higurashi, the evening cicadas. Rather than making me feel lonely, the quietness had begun to instill a sense of serenity. There is nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints. There ain't even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, and no arcades. An ice cream parlor? No chance. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. But to come to think of it, wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice parlor where I used to live, but it wasn't like I ever hang out at any of them. I had lived in the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. I should have gone I should have gone at least once. It's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody's still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? Jesus, why can't I read today? She's apologizing so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize that much. I start to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. You need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing, even now. Then, has she really done something that can't be fixed? I have no idea what she's done, but it can't be fixed. Then that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she's apologizing, nothing would change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey you, the one she's apologizing to. Why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Keiichi, we're almost there. Wake up. I was finally roused from my nap by my father's pondering. It seems the train had reached its final stop. We spent hours riding everything from the bullet train to the local routes. It was hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window and the city I was in half a day ago were in the same country. No, they were even from the same era. From there, we'd take a car deeper into the mountains. Okay. Hello? Okay, I'm just gonna watch this, I guess. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountains and suddenly opened up. Title card? Yes, I'm playing the 07 mod. There where I live now, Hinamizawa. Yeah. Even though we were approaching summer, the morning's air still had a frigid bite. Oh my god, I can't read today. Although in exchange you could fill up your lungs with crisp, clean air. Flipping open the windows, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. The neighbouring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying the view of that air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air has its own taste. I quickly finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. He was probably up working out until the early morning. I think my audio levels are good. Yeah. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work whenever you want. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. It was because it looked easy. I never told him that though. Mum laid breakfast on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon. My mum was such a good cook. It was scary. A perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mum nearly squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood today. I'm so happy you've been waking up early since we moved here, Keiichi. If I didn't get up earlier, I don't make it in time for your early breakfast. I thought it was being cute, responding with a wisecrack after being praised for being good. Full bowl of rice, or will it be half? Will half be enough? Pile it on. First, I savored the streaming hot rice with seaweed. After that, I covered it with egg. Between bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Not bad at all. Excellent as usual. Watching me clean my plate, Mum gave me a warm smile. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, Keiichi. I was not a morning person where we lived in the city. I slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast mum made me each morning, that was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. I guess that was what you'd call my rebellious phase. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. If I could go back in time, I'd slap at myself. Mindful of the time, Mum rushed me along with a wide grin. Isn't it about the time you meet with Rena-chan? Hurry, hurry! Mum really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. And I need a drink. Reading. Rena is one of my classmates. She really loves looking after people, coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. But well, keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously though, how long does Rena wait there for me every morning? Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I raced for the door. Please thank Rena-chan for the pickles. Come to think of it, those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I'd known that, I would have savored them a bit more. Morning. Okay. Keiichi-kun! Good morning! Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. She's so fucking hell. Why do you give me such a hard word? Conspicuous. Such a good person. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. Keiichi-kun, you're so cold. I wait for you all the time. I'll leave you in the dust, without looking back. Why are you so mean? Why? Rena had a slightly troubled look on her face. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. I'm kidding, I'd wait for you. With those words, Rena seemed to relax. Her face flashed bright red. Oh, thank you. I'd wait forever until you came, Rena. No matter how long. Forever? Rena turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She is especially weak to this sort of talk. It's quite rare to find someone to tease. Have you ever read a romantic novel, Rena? Huh? I haven't never read any before. From that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Oh yeah, message from Mum. She says, thanks for the pickles. It was nothing. You're welcome. How are they? Not too salty? She has a big crush on Keiichi, doesn't she? She has a massive crush. I can tell. They were that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. It would be fine to just be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one who picked them, Rena? Or was it your mom? Huh? Huh? Why you ask? Were they too salty? Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Rena, or was it your mom? Why are you asking who made them? Why? Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically. She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she used. 1, 2, 3, 4. It wasn't like I was trying to teach her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It was truly a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Rena never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. And you're the lowlife. You're just teasing her. Mate, you're the lowlife. Keep at it, Rena. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. I decided for myself. Or so I decided for myself. Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'd never hear the end of it. Seeing as she just keeps spacing out otherwise, I'll call Rena back to reality so we can make our way to school. This strange, easily thrusted girl is Rena Ryugyu. I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange. Mi-chan, good morning! Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. Ah, finally! Finally! You two are late! Usually you're the one who's late. In sharp contrast to the diligent Rena, this one marched the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Morning, Rena! And it's been a while, Kei-chan? How many years? It was only off 2 days. You don't say! You were such a cute little tyke the last time I saw you. Mion's grey gaze stared at my chest, the drop straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. So she was saying it was my crotch that was cuter back then. Hold up! Wait a minute! What the fuck? Hey yo, this game's not a hentai, right? I'm pretty sure it's not, right? Let me recheck Steam. No, it's a psychological horror. It's not a hentai. I'm 99% sure of that. Before you ask, just be clever. I never actually tried to show it to her. I've grown quite splendidly. You'd be surprised. Not only is he bigger, but he has a little mustache now. What the fuck is this game? Oh! I'm losing my shit. Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem though. Introduce me next time, so be sure to greet him properly. Don't say next time, right now is just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh air, morning air? I don't think I ever heard talk so dirty you could smell it falling up the morning air before. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes. Gotcha. Time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. As my hands reached for my fly, Rena began to ramble in a near panic. Hey! What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Red-faced and flustered, Rena tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. How was it? Seeing the city again? Mion switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more befitting the pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral, I don't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for. You're not listening at all. I just came back for a funeral. I don't have any time to look around in toy stores. Toy stores and hobby stores are completely different, you know. It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here after all. Is this about games against me, Chan? Mion nodded, proudly as Rena giggled. Yep, I wanted Kei-chan to bring me some back, a Westport catalog, you see. Westport was short for Western Imported Game. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, I guess I have to now. I'm going to get another game full of hot action. This time, I'd like a game that's easy to understand. Hi, Swoof! Mion is as broad and card game enthusiast as she collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has been kind of becoming a museum for domestic and foreign games. I'm playing Higurashi When They Cry today, Spoof. It's meant to be a psychological horror. I'm so far not seeing any psychological horror, it just feels like a dating sim, but apparently that changes, so... It's meant to be a very popular visual novel. It's also the same guy who wrote Silent Hill F, the new one, wrote this apparently. If there's a game you like to understand, let me play too. Of course. If Kei-chan is up to it, I should warn you though, we're pretty tough. Just what I want. I play all sorts of games. I don't intend to lose. Well, then we'll let you into group this time, I guess. Bristling with joy from head to toe, Rena looks back and forth between me and Mion. Well, the beginning was very psychological horror. It's just a bunch of blood and the sound of like an axe smashing a head open. So I feel like in a couple hours this game will get kind of brutal. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Rena laughed happily. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understand that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in, so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. I feel like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be about right for this place. Himinizawa was a really small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was only one class. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There was about 30 students at different levels, and they all studied in the same class. I'm told that long ago there used to be a bigger school building, and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems something happened that made it become a single class, and now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've gotten quite used to it myself. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lovely mood, it felt like a kindergarten has a proper school, not that it's a bad thing. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up until there, suddenly let me take the lead. Right in the front of the classroom door. So I meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Too bad, I wasn't going to fall for that again. To think you'd get the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Mion chuckled with a hunty smirk on her face. What time are you guys playing? I'll check. I probably can play it. I get in together, I don't have mecha. What time are you guys playing that? 7:30. And that's EST, okay. I'll check. Yeah, that's post midnight for me. But I doubt I'm gonna be miking myself. What is it, you guys? What is it, you guys? Step back, Rena, it's dangerous. She's here. Huh? Then Sato-chan is... I'll probably pop on the stream at least. I don't know if I'll actually join. But I will be awake at that time, so I'll probably come say hi on the stream. Her name was Satoku Hojo. She was disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. Fuck, another voice. The way she walks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. I like this music. Quite the obvious trap, a blackboard eraser wedged in the door. It's too obvious, Satoko. A haunty laugh came from beyond the door. I can't do a laugh before I say the fucking character. Excellent, Kei-chan. I guess that means you win this round. No, this is Sakuko we were talking about. I doubt this is it. After falling for that intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoko liked to combine a variety of traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one, traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldman machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. But by the looks of it, this eraser is normal. No rocks or anything in it. I took a pretty heavy hit from the blackboard eraser with locks on my first day. So that's why you don't just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is. That's what Sakuko wants after. Making me focus my attention upwards, so as I lifted my hand to the door. Yeah, I'll probably join the stream. It really depends, because I don't know how if I would join. I'll probably be on stream anyway. There were thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door handle with tape, a frightening trap. A potent and terrifying trap. Concealed by using the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Satsuko. But in the end, nothing more than the trivial mechanism of the child. Assured of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jumping rope catching my leg. By the time I realized she had me hook, line and sinker, it was already too late. I began to fall in an almost picturesque manner. Kei-chan, watch out! Instinctively reacting to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. Ow, 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 ow! An inkstone fell into the brim, was placed right where I had landed. I shuddered, imagining the situation had I landed square on it. Oh my goodness, it's a child, ew.
My, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Kei-chan. Keiichi-san, aren't we leaving one this morning?
Still sprawling in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from your usual track, Satsuko. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean.
You're quite unlucky this morning.
You little... Ow, 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 ow! It seems I inadequately strained my back a little when I landed. Better than landing on an inkstone. Oh my god. Okay, I could just give the emo voice, it's fine. A small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, go away. That small dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head. You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears. I'd thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. It's not so much about what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now.
Yay! Rika-chan, good morning!
Good morning to you too, Rena. Good morning to all. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Rena, Mion, and I all bowed back. Ugh. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Satoko. I glared over in her direction. Satoko was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact.
I am the very model of a good girl.
A good girl wouldn't set those many nasty traps.
Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof? Ah!
I picked up Sakiko by the back of her collar. She looks like a misbehaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. She's much harder to deal with. I am sorry. I'm sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it. I cocked my index finger to my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satoko's forehead.
I'm against violence. You don't even have any proof.
Just so you know, my forehead flick really hurts. It can split plywood right in half.
Eek! Stop! Get away from me, you beast!
Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand. A small hand tagged on the back of my shirt. She's been lonely since you were gone for 2 days. Rika-chan really is just so... How could I do anything more after being told that? I gently released my grief. Satoko was at this point on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick, which never happened.
It doesn't bother me.
My god. You mustn't cry, Satoko. Keep on fighting, yeah? Rika gently petted the head of our prankster friend. You would never guess those two are the same age. I think Satoko would learn a thing or two, or a million from Rika-chan.
Next time, set an even more amazing trap.
Oh fuck, I did the wrong voice! Wait a minute. As she observed the scene, Rena's expression grew static as she began to swoon.
Satoko-chan is crying. She's so cute.
Ah, okay. Confused. You can't take them home.
Huh? But they're so cute.
You can't, no matter how cute they are.
But just for a bit, it's fine. It's fine.
Rena kept a Q-tree face even an outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Rena is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. Object or person. Stealing is bad, but abducting people is even worse. Give it up.
Then I can just look. Just looking. That should be fine, right? Right?
Rena swooped over Satoko's crying form. If a girl ever goes missing in Himizawa, I'll be forced to turn Rena into the authorities. Forgive me, Rena. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when you are away.
The teacher's coming.
Quickly clean everything up.
Satoko, the inkstone is yours, right?
Just from Mion's single statement, the mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtacks stuck to the door handle were an even bigger problem. I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to screw it myself. Even though Satoko was the only one who set it up, everyone had to pick after her. By the time the teachers entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tidied up. We made it in time. It's... I'm pretty sure it's meant to be high school, but... like the Japanese high school, but it's like they have one school and every person is in this one school. So there's like children and then older people because it's a little village. Raise attention. Mion gave out a morning command. I think Kaichi, what I'm playing, I think he's meant to be like 16, 15, but like the girls are of different ages. I didn't really read about the lore. Just from what I can tell. It's difficult being the teacher for all of these grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one, but naturally she ends up spending all her time with the younger kids. Rena and Mion, being the highest grade in the class, end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping the teacher the younger kids, so it seems like they can never get to their own studies. They're acting way behind where my studies have progressed to. As a result, I'm pretty sure taking over for the teachers and helping Rena and Mion with their studies.
You're a pretty good teacher, Keiichi-chan. Keiichi-kun. Easy to understand.
Rena took a breather after finishing highlighting an important section. Teaching is making me lose confidence. It makes me aware of how shallow my understanding of the subject is. They say that to teach someone something, you need to understand it backwards and forwards. So while you're teaching us, you're getting it in your own practice. In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. For one, isn't she supposed to be in a higher grade than me? Look, Mion, this is for your own good. If you don't take this seriously, there'll be trouble later with those marks. It's not like I'm aiming to go to a prestigious school. I'll be fine as long as I pick up what I need to know for the entrance exams a little at a time. Her staunch defiance was really something else. This was a different type of relaxed than somebody who already knew what was going to be on the entrance exams.
Me-chan, Keiichi-chan is doing his best to teach us.
We need to try hard too. You're such a good and honest kid, Rena. I'll make sure you guys get accepted into a good school.
What? Thanks so much.
Especially you, Rena. Private lesson just the two of fuck off. What the fuck?
Private lessons?
I swear this psychological horror. I swear. A puff of smokes shaped like a halo popped out of Rena's head. Exactly what kind of private lessons is she fantasizing about that's making her turn so red? I'd like to hear the play-by-play of that next time. When Mion was flipping through her vocabulary flashcards, she threw out a casual question. So, in the city, do you have to study this much? If you don't at least this much, you can't get into a university. So you study just to get into a university? Well, yeah, basically. While knowing that this stuff won't come in handy in the future. Out here, you can get into university as long as your attendance is good enough.
Really?
Study equals entrance exam, having the basic law of the universe so easily overturned send me into a state of shock. That is right. There aren't really enough people around here to warrant weeding them out with an exam. If anyone can get into university, then there's no need to be uptight about this stuff, right? Well, that's true, but you should at least know stuff that's common knowledge. That's all these are things that, instead of wasting time on studying pointlessly, I should be spending your precious teen years doing more meaningful things. It sounds too profound of a statement to simply laugh off. And, I need a break. I'll be back. I'm back! But since it was Mion, it probably wouldn't. It didn't actually have to be that deep of a meaning. Class is in session. In the place of a chime, the sound of the principal waving a handbell drifted through the classroom. Kei-chan! We're done! We're done! It's a wonderful lunchtime! In a complete 180 from an unmotivated state, Mion gave the commands that signaled the end of the morning period. Keiichi-kun, let's have lunch. Star! What? Sparkle? It might be making a very troublesome face. Rena smiled brightly at me. All right, let's eat. Amazing. They seem to be different cliques without class. Most of them were divided by gender and age, but the group was different. Our ages were different, and we both had boys and girls, but we weren't reserved around each other. This level of openness makes a transfer student like me pretty happy. Ren and Mion pushed through the desk together, so they were facing each other. At the same time, Satoko and Rinka-chan were slowly lugging their desks over as well. I need to adjust my headphones, because I couldn't hear shit. Keiichi-kun, hurry, hurry! Rena waved her chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. Unless everyone was together, they weren't even opened their lunchboxes. Keiichi-san's lunchbox is most assuredly filled with nothing but bread crust, like some sort of destitute plebeian. Why don't you just shout it to us? Come now! Even though Satoko was hurling insults at me, she still wouldn't open the lid of her lunchbox until I was there. I pulled out my lunchbox swiftly and dragged my chair over to join the circle. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. Well then, Representative Me. Please give me the signal to start. At first, that was kind of embarrassing, but I got used to it pretty fast. At this point, I probably wouldn't even open my own lunchbox until someone else's was too slow. Ugh, I can't read. Our ages and genders may have all been different, but we are all friends. Let's eat! The sound of a little 5-part chorus echoed beautifully throughout the classroom. Really though, I've gotten pretty used to this group made up of all girls. Of course there are other boys in the class, but they were a lot younger, so were scared to approach me. Well, that's to be expected. Younger boys just seeing older boys was scary. Sure. Compared to the girls, well, at least these girls sound picky. Oh god. When do we get to the killing? We all put it to the side dishes in the middle, where everybody was free to pick at them. I thought girls would mind sharing a meal with a guy, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mion noticed that and teased me quite a bit. As the fruit of my efforts, I can reach over and take sides from anybody's lunch. My, isn't Sir Keiichi's lunch extravagant today? My, isn't Madam Satoko's lunch extravagant as well? The stew has nice look to it, rather trendy. Buying into the fight that Satoko was starting, our chopsticks locked across counter, stabbing into each other's lunch. My, how delicious! Oh, this taro is good. The stewed stuff is good too, even cold. After seeing my happy face, Rika-chan expression broke into a little smile. I saved some from dinner last time. I can't read. I saved some from dinner last time. By the time Satoko and Rika-chan, lunches are always the same. It seems that Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day. Rika-chan made this too? These taste like Mum's home cooking. I was honestly impressed. The carrot roasted one from a mold. They were done by hand with a knife. That's not easy to do. I guess Rika-chan's just good at this sort of thing. She's really good at sewing laundry and stuff like that. Amazing, right? Amazing. I love that I had to read for an hour. My throat is killing me, but like, amazing. Rika is quite exceptional in many ways. That's nothing for you to boast about. Ren is actually better at cooking than I am. Huh? Well, you know, it seems that the topic of conversation reached to Rena when she wasn't expecting it, making her blush and trip over her words. Rena's lunch really was the start of the table. Not only did it look good, it tasted good. Everyone else pulled from Lena's lunchbox constantly. Everyone liked this so much before, so I made it a lot this time. It's good, I hope. I hope? It got it got high marks from me. Mion, you're talking too much. My voice is breaking down. Okay. Knocking Mion's chopsticks aside, I reached out, trying to secure my own portion. Satoko and Rika-chan reached over at the same time, and the struggle ensured. Everyone shoveled in mouthful after mouthful while praising it, and Rena's lunchbox was soon empty. It was kind of bad that no one thought to leave any for Rena, but Rena seemed rather satisfied as she locked in.
How did you like it? Isn't Rena-san an extremely good cook too? Quite different from Kichi-chan.
San. I said that's nothing for you to boast about. You're not much different from Kei-chan, Satoko. Can you tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower yet? Satoko's face went pale.
Hey, even I can tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower, you know? Of course I can, I really can.
It's really hard for a heart to fly.
Kei-chan, both taste good when they're boiled and topped with mayo, right? You shouldn't be picking on her. Me-chan too.
Rena hurriedly tried to follow up, but Mion laughed haughtily as she drew closer to Satoko. Well, just pretend it's a little home ec lesson. Now then, Satoko, what's this? Mion lifted up her chopsticks. Between them was a piece of green stuff wrapped in bacon. But that's asparagum. Okay. Mion made eye contact with me, and within 3 seconds I had Rika-chan's mouth covered. Holding a piece of bacon-wrapped asparagus, giving her 2 choices, she felt pretty terrible.
The yellow one is cauliflower. No, the green one is cauliflower.
So which one,
Probably the yellow one is broccoli and the blue one is cauliflower. But the green one is,
Do you really know which it is? How about you just give up? I expect no less from the class representative. The oldest, the way she drives people into a corner just shows how much experience she has. This is just a hunch, but being brought into the Sonozaki household must be quite the ordeal.
I do know, I really do.
Then answer the question.
I know.
She finally broke down and started crying. When she acts like this, she actually starts to seem her age.
Ha! Cute!
Rena entered a state of euphoria as Satoko bawled her eyes out. Rena was in a state of bliss as she rubbed her eyes against Satoko's head and smothered her. Really, a very content face. One that wouldn't care if the world ended right then. It was kind of a smile.
Rena, Mimi is picking on me. Wah! Cute. It's okay, Rena Oni-chan. We'll take care of you. All these bad people will tease my little sister.
Holy shit, we're getting beaten up.
Whoosh, boom, baff.
It was like a flash of lightning. What was that just now? Both Rena's fists shot out at supersonic speed, striking Mion and me squarely in our faces. Before we knew it, Mion and I were sprawling, spread eagle on the floor, staring up at the ceiling with matching welts of our faces. This is the first time you go on one, right? Today she went easy on us.
Easy? You mean there's something harder than this?
With that, Mion and I both slammed our heads back to the floor in unison. From now on, I'll be careful when I'm striking distance of Rena.
See, Satoko-chan? I took care of them. Cute. I want to take you home.
Oh my god, another kidnapping. Making sure Rena couldn't see it, Satoko stuck out a tongue at us. Damn it all, using Rena like a puppet. Rika-chan messaged our bruises without saying a word. Holy shit, I don't have to read fast anymore. No matter what the day had held, the fast school bell always came too soon. Our shadows stretched off into the distance. Hey, Kichi-kun, tomorrow do you have any plans or anything? Huh? It was just such a direct question from Rena, I inadvertently blushed. If it was for a date, then I wouldn't you do it more subtly? Rena saw me lost for words and realized that I misunderstood and turned red as well. No, I didn't mean it like that, you see. So apparently, that wasn't what she meant. But since it was always fun when Rena's in a panic, I went along with it a little. Oh, really? So it wasn't what you meant that way? Huh? Playing it up, I slumbered my shoulders, feigning dejection. Kichi-kun, why are you so disappointed? Why? Mi-chan! Unable to hold it any longer, Mion slapped me on the back. I see, this old geezer never knew you could push her buttons like that. Huh? What is it? Mion was rolling on the floor, clenching her stomach, while Rena fell around completely bewildered. I couldn't help but laugh as well. Feeling just a little guilty, I ruffled Rena's hair. Kidding, sorry, it was a joke. That was my fault. Ha. About halfway though. Through. Halfway? So Keiichi, that means you were acting when you blushed you weren't acting when you blushed at the start? Huh? That means... It was only a momentary lapse, but there was no way Mia would let such delectable details slip by her. Well, you see... Saying anything more was also a bad idea. In my bewildered state, I slipped further into an unfavorable position. After that, Mion continued to tease me about it for a while. The dialogue in this game is surprisingly good. So, why were you asking me if I'm free tomorrow, Rena? Huh? Oh, what are you talking about? It had been so long that Rena had forgotten. That's how long Mion had teased me. It's just Keiichi. You probably can't find your way around Hima Mizawa by yourself yet, can you? That was true. I had to say it, but if you blindfolded me and spun me around 3 times like we're playing Pin the Tail on the Donkey, I wouldn't be able to tell from up from down here. Yeah, I don't think I know how to get anywhere besides back and forth from school. Yes, see? Tomorrow we will think about that Mi-chan and I could escort you through Himagazawa and show you around. That would be a godsend, frankly. I was happy about the offer. You'll come, of course, if I'm free. You're being invited by a girl, you know. If I'm free. You're probably free anyways. If I'm free. I was being stubborn so as not to give a clear yes or no. Even though I thought it was a godsend, I too much of a scamp to say so up front. Keiichi-kun, you're not free perhaps? When Mion and I had rather sour back and forth, Rena peeked over at me hesitantly. Figuring I'd be a bit too rough on her, I gave in. Sorry, forgive me, I apologize. I'm free. Great! The trepidation disappeared from Rena's face as it blossomed into a smile. Hey now! Seems like there's quite a difference between how cold you are to me compared to Rena, isn't there? It seems Mion didn't care for how rude I was to her, compared to how quickly I could read with Rena. But her being annoyed was very interesting, so I pushed Rena forward, speeding up our pace to leave Mion behind. Let's go, Rena! Maybe it should just be the 2 of us tomorrow. Leave grumpy old Mion behind. Huh? Well, if Keiichi is okay with that, then... I'm the one who came up with the idea to take him around. Don't ignore me, Keiichi Mebura. It'd be great if the 2 of us could go on the picnics together. Should we bring a basket, Rena?
If we bring a basket, I'll make all the food. Maybe.
Don't you ignore me too, Rena. I'll put out a village-wide circular saying that you two disappeared into the hotel district together. Oh my god, I need another drink. Why is everyone getting beat up?
Well then, I'm going home right now to start making it. Tomorrow is going to be so fun. Later, Kate-chan. Me-chan, bye.
Rena bounded off like she was walking on the moon. After the dust settled, all that was left was me standing next to Mion, sprawled out on the ground. That there was a welt on her face. Are you alright? There was 2 meters between you guys. Since you came, they have become sharper. This old beast's body can't handle it. Maybe it'd be easier if you stop saying stuff that makes Rena want to hit you. All else, this will end up being Mion's slapstick comedy hour. Yeah. If that happens, the result might be fatal. Don't feel bad, Mion. You're probably the only one who can dodge her jabs. It felt like it was her knee, though. Could it be that we were hanging around with an unraveled martial arts master? Maybe someday we'll see her debut in an extreme contact sport. You can't lose to Rena. You need to train up and have a rematch. Kei-chan, you should. This old geezer will root for you. Mion and I reaffirmed our determination to discover a way to counter Rena's infallible technique. Oh my god. Oh my god, I have a break. Holy shit, we beat the first part. Oh my god, let me have a break. Okay, let's just view the tips. View new tip. Are these important? Are these like cutscenes? So Rena and I are the same, yeah? Rage? Yeah, that's right. We are the same zodiac animal too. Hey now, it would be weird if we were the same age, but not the same zodiac animal. That's not true. If your birthday isn't the same, then you can have different animals, even if you're in the same age. Huh? Oh, I see. Mion, you're pretty smart. Fucking SpongeBob, I'll laugh. What month were you born in, by the way, Kei-chan? Keiichi-kun? I'm July. Rena smirked and puffed up with pride. Hey now, what's the meaning of this? She's not planning to be all high and mighty in her birthday. If it's a wee bit sooner than mine, is she? Huh? Don't even. It's impossible to challenge me on my birthday. I wouldn't even mind if you bet 100 yen per month. Huh? Huh? Why? Why? Fucking hell. Rena panicked at suddenly being challenged to a wager. Given how panicked she is, I'm certain she doesn't have much allowance left this month. It's just sending her into a panic about something as simple as a birthday is so fun. I can't help myself. Fucking hell, what a masochist. So that means you were born in April, Kei-chan. Right on. Too bad, Rena. I'm already far older than Rena. Oh, I see. Then you're the same age as me, Chan. Well, it's just a few months. The gap will open again soon enough. Mion snickered through her nose. Hey now, that's not something to get all high and mighty about. As if I'm one to talk. Now that you mention it, you're in a higher grade, right, Mion? If you're into underclassmen, then I can be an underclassman for you from now on. What the fuck? Mi-chan, you're not making any sense to me. Just by seeing Rena's blushing face, you could tell she knew exactly what she meant by it, though. Then Satoko and Rika-chan are underclassmen. Their grades is so different that they should be in a different school, shouldn't they? Keiichi-kun, your tastes are a bit too young, I think. You're not making any sense yourself, Rena. I'll just grab her head and scruff it up a bit. Huh, stop it! Oh. I wondered about it before. Yeah, I was wondering why the school had different school years, all mixed up. There aren't enough classrooms. Can't help it. This building is being rented from the forestry service after all. When she says it like that, it all makes sense. And I thought our school was strange for a while now. The schoolyard is gravel. There are rooms that aren't for classes, and there's some strange sort of construction machinery packed there. Why is it being borrowed? What happened to the real school? There was one here forever from beyond the world. It got dilapidated. They closed it down. It probably was a grand old schoolhouse. Well, because of that, the students would have to attend the school in the city. That's pretty far though, you know? Which school would that be? Did you know there's a school if you pass by the Okinomiya train station, turn at the hospital, and head towards the pediatrics department? What? So far! I couldn't tell where that was by location, but I understood it was pretty far from Rena's reaction. Well, that's why the guys that didn't want to commute to Okimiya rented out the building from the forestry service and are attending to the pseudo schoolhouse here. About half the children in Himizawa go here. There are quite a lot of kids that come here by bike. Well, since they're attending this really messed up school, it might be pretty hard for them to get into higher education. That's not true, Mi-chan. If you study properly, you can go anywhere you want. Yeah, that's right. I totally agree with Rena on this one.
Yes, that's right. Let's try our best.
Fucking hell. All of you, try your best. This old man will be rooting for you. Not just us, you too. You should be prepared for exams, shouldn't you? Your future is bleak with grades like that. Fine, just fine. If I get stuck, then I'll mooch off Kei-chan, and he works forever. What? What do you mean by mooch off Kei-chan? What do you mean?
Hey, you're too loud. Be quiet during self-study.
The teacher yelled at all three of us. It was completely our fault. Satoko saw it and chuckled haughtily. I stuck out my tongue at her in response. It was just as Mion says, this school has nothing to do with higher education. But it makes up for that by having a lot of valuable things that other schools don't. Okay, so now I have to do this story. I don't think these tips are very tippy. These tips just feel like side stories. Okay. Why don't we have a uniform? That would be a good question. Why don't we have one? It's only July, but it's already so hot. I could hear the higurashi outside chirping, me, at night there were mosquitoes. It might as well be summer already. My only salvation was that the morning was still cool. What the fuck is that? Ice cream?
Summer, I do declare.
Satoko was flapping her skirt logically. That's pretty unladylike there. Even if she was a little brat, she was still a girl.
Keiichi, that just seemed quite cool with just a single button-up shirt. I'm so jealous.
From now on, I see things. The skirt you are wearing looks like it would match cooler. A girl like you wouldn't understand just how hot it was wearing jeans in this season. It gets hot. What the fuck? The girl has gone imagining something decent. When the fuck is it killing? Rena's summer clothes had a nice fresh color. I felt cooler just looking at them. Thank you. They really do feel pretty cool. I do wish my summer clothes were as blizzy as Rena's. But Satoko-chan, your summer clothes are so cute. Being a one piece and all, I'd like to wear your summer clothes. This is actually quite stuffy, you know? I do believe what you're wearing would feel much cooler. But you would be so much fun with cute clothes, yeah? I had a feeling that Rena and Satoko base values were fundamentally different. Speaking of which, our school doesn't have a uniform. Yeah, it doesn't. As long as they're proper, then regular clothes are fine. There are quite a few students in regular clothes. There were a few wearing uniforms, but they were all the same design and rather plain. What's the uniform they're all wearing? They're all the same. There's the city school's uniform. It's not like there's a rule, but they're all wearing them. Speaking of which, everyone in our group is wearing a different uniform, aren't they? Did you go out of your way to get them from somewhere? One less man supplied them. Mi-chan relatives run a second-hand clothing store. They can get school clothes from all over the country for cheap, they say. So you ask those relatives to get a bunch of unique school uniforms then? That Mio, she probably loves using her friends as dress-up dolls. That must be a strange second-hand clothing store. I get that it's second-hand clothing store, but stocking clothes from old schools all over the country? That's pretty strange for a second-hand clothing store. What's the point in stocking up clothes from faraway schools they know nothing about? Yeah, I think so too. They also have used school uniforms and PE uniforms. I don't like the idea of having used ones. Doesn't sound like that shop makes much money. They probably have Mion pitch in and help so they can make a bit more. But Mion's... but Mion-san says it's a big hit and became a great store with such conviction. A second-hand clothing store that stocks uniforms will be a big hit. I don't get it. I don't fucking know. Oh, okay, we're back to the game. End of chapter 1. Continue. Probably gonna do chapter 2 for this stream and then end it. I don't think we're gonna get to the killing part today. I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. And to top it off, that pesky mom of mine pushing a return journey errand on me just as I was trying to leave the house. Today was the day Rena and Mion were going to show me around Himizawa. Rena and Mion were already waiting at the meeting place. Gei-chan, you're late! Sorry. The show I was watching last night was really interesting. Blame that. Oh, so that's your excuse for being late and keeping two girls waiting? Mi-chan, you got to hear yourself. Ha. Last night's episode of A Day of the Life of was interesting, wasn't it? She was just as guilty as me. Ren was carrying a pretty heavy-looking handbag. What is that? Mion answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right, Rena really did make a picnic. Kei-chan, after you left, Rena pulled out all the stops. It's not like I forced her to do it. It was nothing, so don't worry about it, okay? She's been like this since last night, you know? Can you take responsibility for this? Alright, I'm a man after all. I take responsibility.
Huh? Responsibility? For what? For what?
As we both turned around slowly to look at Rena, our gazes drifted downwards to a massive handbag she was carrying. It didn't seem logically feasible that would be entirely filled with lunchboxes, except this was Rena we're talking about here. About 2 kilos, I guess? Whoa, Rena was packing it up. I could see she was struggling a bit. I say 5. You're exaggerating. Keiichi-kun is a boy after all. I thought he could probably eat a lot, so I made a lot, okay? Hahaha, let's get going. Heave ho! Just from the way she was lifting it up, I could believe the only thing in there were lunchboxes. Correction, I say 5 kilos too. I'll help out, but all of it needs to be eaten. I won't forgive you if you make Rena sad, got it? The only thing I could do at that moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. Having finished with the pleasantries, we began our leisurely stroll. I can't speak today. A cake-free walk, bathed in gentle morning sunlight. I couldn't have imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. There were boonies after all. No slovenly desk jockeys trudging to work on the weekends out here. It really was a nice, peaceful place and quiet. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around. Ah, good day. Good day. Oh, you would be Mabura-kun, I believe. My 2 companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All of these passerbys even knew my name. When did I become this famous? We passed 3 people, and when all 3 of them knew me, I started to feel a little paranoid. Haha, it's a bit sad to say. Everyone knows everyone since there are so few people in Hinamizawa. So that means when an unfamiliar face walks by, they automatically assume it's the Mebura fella who just moved here. Yeah, that's how it works. It was by process of elimination you could only pull off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. From now on, I better make sure to maintain their good reputation. The day I discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine in bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labeling me as a leech by the next day. Himinizawa is not to be trifled with. That's not the end of this nightmare. Of course, I know them. The first person who met the old man was Tekuzu from the High Square Makino bike store. His hobbies are bonsai and playing the fruit. Next time we meet the grocer's second side, Daisuke-kun. His hobby is sharpshooting, and he better be an ace sniper in the future. And the person we just met was Mion-san, the nurse from the clinic. Her hobbies are birdwatching and photography. You know the names of everyone who passed by? And even their profiles? Seeing my surprise, Mion and Rena exchanged looks and burst into laughter. Well, yeah. We're not like the city, where people hardly know their neighbors. Then let's try it out. You there, who am I? You're Keiichi Mebura. You say some mean things, but you're actually a kind, shy person. It's been 3 weeks since you transferred here. Your hobby is taking afternoon naps. Lately, you switched over to wearing boxers. What the fuck? Didn't you? That's enough, that's enough. I swear this is a psychological horror. I think so. Enough of that. Apparently there's absolutely nothing you can keep hidden here. Himinizawa was not a place to be trifled with. This feels more like you guys are showing me off rather than showing me around. That's right. We're parading around like this after all. It gives everyone a chance to see for themselves that Kei-chan is fitting right in here in Himizawa. The population in Himizawa is shrinking, so the village is welcoming anybody who's new here. I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of "you're kidding me," but I held back, and I need a drink. Oh my goodness. So much reading in this game. Oh my goodness. And voice as well. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before, thinking about that made me believe what they were saying wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course we called out again the same way. Oh my, good day! It was wonderful seeing you getting along. This lady here is Fujishima-san. Oh, it was lady. Good day. Oh my, Mabura-kun, how wonderful for you having a lovely girl on each arm. How are you? Getting used to life here? Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I could have in the city, I responded with an empathetic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was. Good. As I looked back to Rina and Mion, they gave me a wink. So now then, about time to have lunch, maybe? Maybe? Rena's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other. I'm a man, I'll do what I can, but it's just too much. It's fine, Kei-chan, leave this to this old man. Mion had never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I'd expect no less from the class representative. Reina, if we're going to eat, we might as well go somewhere with a good view. Yes. Good idea, I agree. Rena nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. Oh, cutscene. Thank God I don't have to read. Cresting the top of the stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the falling leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling. This here is Furude's shrine. It's probably the place with the best view around. This place, be sure to remember it. On our next break, a festival will be held here. Ah, isn't it a bit too early in the season for a festival? The Watanagashi is in a summer festival. Long ago it used to be a celebration at the end of winter. I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in summer. Now then, spread out the lunchbox and there. Various hollow lunchboxes were placed one after another on top of the plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But if it even possible to finish all of this. Hey Mion, I'll take more than just a good look to get this all down, you know? Good afternoon. Oh my god, Rika and the other child is here. It was Rika-chan and Satoko. Why are we here? Mion grinned over at me. I see, this was her secret plan, the power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up all the pieces in place is my specialty. Where does Hatokam sit? Since there was such a commotion, was that the burden of this? Take a look. It's time for lunch. Buffet style. A handmade gourmet meal by Rena. Fuck me. Too much reading. I can see that much. Why have you laid it out a tarp on our property? The temple is public ground, it's not yours. Keiichi is right. This is everyone's property. That's why Rika-kan is such a good girl. Have a seat. Eat with us. Okay, where are they gonna be like cutting people's head open? After opening a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Satoko.
Hold on 1 sec. Where is my spot?
No spot for you and nothing for you to eat.
Don't worry, there's some for you too.
None of it. None. I'll eat all of ours.
I will not allow that!
Here, chopsticks. Both Satoko and I leapt at the boxes, having it out with each other. Man, really, Kei-chan? You're really good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this. Have a plate. One of me-chan and Rika-chan too. Rena whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates. If we don't hurry, it will all be eaten up.
That's right, okay.
Shall we commence this battle? Please eat a lot. There's enough for everyone. Fuck me. Ugh. Rena said as she opened up a thermos. Just then I realized this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different.
I will not allow you to have this hamburger!
Ugh. Using your elbows is against the rules, Satoko.
Grabbing the back of my collar is against the rules.
It was a tough battle, blocking with her full momentum, and an elbow in the opening moves. Satoko appeared to have the upper hand, but the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand.
Ah! The last meatball!
Satoko Hojo had been bested. No. Satoko and I amicably began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Seeing that made Rina blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mion advised Rena to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. This is how our meals usually go. I'll do anything in my power, just so things could stay like this. The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached the point where they could begin talking. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. I do wonder why there are so few words in Japanese to praise how something tastes. Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era?
It seems that, long ago, people ate in silence. It must have been made the people preparing the food a bit sad, don't you think? It's probably because the people back then were so busy eating that they didn't have the time to complement the flavor.
That's just you. But you know, just hearing that it's good makes someone happy. That's my effort was worth it, I mean. She blushed a little as she said that. It was delicious. With absolute perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Rena directly with praise. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewildered innocence. Ah? Ah? After Rena uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof.
Rika-chan, I'm gonna take you home, no I mean. Thank you.
It was really delicious. Rena flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheeks against her so hard you could almost hear it.
To reward Rika-chan for her praises, ta-da!
These are special. 2 red apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them towards Rika-chan. After Rika-chan accepted them, the moon suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. What is this, Satoko? What's with that defiant look?
Has everyone prepared proper pace to receive apples from Rena-chan?
Don't push yourself. What kind of praise can you think up with your weak vocab?
Ho ho ho! Well then, allow me to show you.
After Satoko flashed me on with a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly.
Hey! So, Rena Oni-chan's lunch, Satoko thought it was yummy too.
Satoko looked up at her poultly while talking cutesy. Wow! How is that praise? That's not even persuasion by tears. That's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is a Rena limited special skill. She blushed and her head span, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Rena. Of course, that was for the asking for the impossible. Rena gloped Satoko and began rubbing her cheeks against her.
Cute! Satoko is so cute. Take you home, hiya.
Oh my fucking god. Swish. Stab. Push. Satoko was almost presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at me and me again with a defiant gaze. It only took 5 seconds to take down Rena. That's unfair to think she had such a trick. If that upsets you so much, why not reward Rena-san with some praise? Damn it! That was a dirty trick! First of all, that wasn't even praise. Satoko, you think you've won with that, don't you? How about I show you guys something much better than a superficial gimmick? That sounds great, Neon. What kind of trick is it? Kei-chan is going to be the one who does it. What? Ho ho ho! Why don't I have to show...
Ho ho ho! Why don't I have you show me then? The withering of an old maid.
The plan of attack she just said was wicked, but it was the only thing we had to beat Satoko. After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly. Perfectly. It really is good, isn't it? This is all freshly made, right? No. Actually, most of it, almost all of it was follows and stuff. Then which ones did you make fresh?
Well, it's embarrassing. Do I really have to say it? Must I?
From the synergy of the boys plus handmade books, her expression had melted into euphoria. I already know this one, right? Rena turned an even deeper shade of red. The words, I can't believe it, practically written on her face.
How can you tell? How that I made it?
Of course, Mio had told me beforehand. It had been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited the beat. Next would be the finisher. It had your smell. The rhizomics. Silence enveloped the area. Rena's face completely red, froze solid. With a small yelp, Satoko also obliged. Of course I did too. I sure would like to try one of Rena's handmade apple rabbits or something. Even if it was all because I was competing against Satoko, it felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Then at that moment... Holy shit. It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits.
Please eat some, Keiichi-kun. There's plenty for you.
What? Instantly, dozens of apples were shoved into my mouth, knocking me over.
Okay, say, Keiichi-kun. Teehee.
My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth. When she was squealing, and one apple after another was forced into my mouth. More and more apples. Fucking hell, I can't read that. How about them apples, Satoko? Look like a win. Kei-chan, that was a beautiful sacrifice. How's that, Satoko? This is our complete victory, isn't it?
I can't believe it, such trickery.
Satoko grounded her teeth, mortified. We did it! I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. At that time, Rena stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized something. Rika-chan, you're not eating it? Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe? Maybe? Looking over, Rika-chan had pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it in her cup hand, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do. Poor Mr. Rabbit. I felt sorry for him. I want to save him. Phew. That was the sound of blood spluttering from Rena's voice.
Cute. Today I will take you home.
She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forward. Then, coming back to her senses, she took all the apples around me, gathered them up with a whip, and fixed them back onto a plate.
Now then, all just fine, yeah? Here, I'll give them to you. To Rika-chan, KK?
Rika-chan raised up Satoko's hand, like a referee after having that plate of rabbit shoved to her. She whispered, "This is our victory." Whoa, what? A comeback? Haha. I don't care anymore. Thus my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Is that the end of the chapter? I'm assuming the next... I'm guessing the end of this, like, game will probably start with the whole genre swift. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to stand, the end of the day really did come. Later, Rena and Kei-chan, see you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time. See you tomorrow. Satoko and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways around Mion, and it ended with just Rina and myself enjoying the evening air in our own way home. I can't read today. Thanks for coming today, Keiichi-kun. Was it fun? Well, yeah. Lots of fun. Almost felt like a waste to go home now. Oh, then, well, would you mind taking a little detour, maybe? Maybe? A detour? Is it that far? It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long. Since we've been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feel like teasing Rena, I nodded quietly. Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched before us. Then what looked like the remainings of a There, what looks like the remains of the dilapidated construction site came into our view. A large heap of garbage spread out towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. Oof. It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here. When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was this garbage pile? It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure. Rena had already entered this well-known cute mode of hers, so that meant that there was something cute here. Wow, a new pile! I can't wait! She descended into that unstoppable slope with ease. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming. Wow! My city-raised self-awareness was completely pitiful. It's alright. I'll stay right here, Keiichi-kun. It won't take long. Rena kindly declined my compliment. Don't fall. Watch your step. I'm fine. This is nothing at all. Literally bounding among the heaps of trash, Rena disappeared from sight. I didn't like being left behind, but I was pretty tired from the whole day, so I ended up waiting. Without the lively Rena around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The crying of the higurashi gently cooled the air. Fairly flexible, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Whoa! You surprised me. Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's surprised here. My bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you here from Himezawa? I gathered that he wasn't, from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious gaze, he introduced himself without prompting. I'm Tomitake. freelance photographer. I come from Tohimikazawa from time to time. I didn't ask who you were. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad, my bad. I merely photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. Lovely. No, you see, that image of a young man. No, well, you see, the image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take a picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he butted me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy, trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rina would be back soon. But this guy, Tomike-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rumbling on by himself. Keiichi-kun, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now. Rena popped out her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. You have someone with you? Would she be down over there? That was what I wanted to know. Don't know. Maybe she's checking out that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomitake-san looked shaken up for that moment. I responded like if I would, talking with Rena and the others. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. Haha, Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you... You were waiting a while, I guess. I best take my leave, you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for stealing you, Keiichi-kun. Tomitake-san chuckled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit. Keiichi-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder. It wasn't Rena's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove? Oh, yes, so listen, you see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll. A Colonel Sanders doll? Oh, that thing. Those statues, they always have out in front of those fried chicken place. This life-size dummy? Yes, Colonel Sanders. Oh, yeah, cute. I want to take it home. Oh my god. I couldn't tell how she decides what cute or not, but well, she seemed to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just take it home, right? It became the base of another file. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lamppost over there, so it's get pretty dark soon. Rena seemed quieted down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out, to repay you for that delicious picnic you prepared today. Huh, thank you. Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that night would soon befall us. Keiichi-kun, I'm going to help. I can take Colonel Sanders home. Yeah? Rena struggled along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey Rena, long ago did something happen here? Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details though, huh? Just wondering if you knew, you know? An accident or something. I don't know. Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. It must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Rena quickly lightened her expression. Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago. Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that... So you see, I don't really know much from before that. Sorry. Don't really want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy to talk about. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. If it's just like Tamaki-san said, then I had a feeling that only the Hirogashi would know. So there's a dead body somewhere. Is that the end of the second chapter? Or is this like a going from chapter transfer? Fingers. Okay, amazing. Well, that's the end of the stream then. Because my throat is killing me and I don't think I can handle another chapter. Anyway, bye whoever came to see me. And I'm ending the stream. Bye bye.